Well, good morning, everybody. How you doing? It is Sunday morning out here in Discovery Bay, California, and I'm getting up late, getting my first cup of coffee. Shout out to my man Bueller over here, who sent me this fantastic mug. Comics with Bueller, you're the man. Morning, Biggie Shack. I sent you the link if you're interested in popping on. Hmm. This is just going to be a little chill stream. Actually, I got the idea from Bueller, who does this on his Travis channel. And by the way, I'm whispering because everybody's still asleep. I can't wake everybody up. But he gave me the idea. He does this show where he basically does, a sleeve, a bag and boards. And then when he's done, show's over. So I'm just going to go ahead and preset up some my lights with some full backs. I like to keep my personal collection in these. And while we do that, we just kind of hang out on a Sunday morning, keeping it low tones. Uh, and let me shout out the people in the chat who are hanging out with me this morning. Thanks for taking the time, everybody. We got Cyborg Mystery Dad, who is in early, says good morning. And the classic entry from Magoo Fitzfarter, who is not a fan of Mitch Hayes, who is the worst wheelman ever. The Immortal Biggieshaq is here. Fine morning. Thank you very much. Biggie sent you the link if you're interested. Geeky Mama Bear is also hanging out with us this fine morning. Thank you. Pops with Purpose says good morning. Love that logo. Got that retro disco look. Anyway, like I said, this is something new we're trying here. The kids aren't up. Mom's not awake. I figured I'd go on for about an hour. There's some great stuff coming up on the top of the hour. If you're not familiar with the channel and you're just joining me, check out the playlist that we maintain during the course of the day. It's the live stream playlist, and there's a lot of great stuff that's already in the playlist for today. Today is going to be jam packed with content from both the comic book and the Funko Pop community. It's already scheduled and it's in the playlist. So, again, awkward sip of coffee. Mm, let's get this thing started. So, I actually purchased my items directly from E. Gerber. It does cost a little bit more because your upfront order has to meet their minimums, but the per unit price is almost half of what you're paying in the retail stores. Hey, 36 Chambers is in the chat. Thanks for hanging out. Coffee, right? The Hoosier Nerd is hanging out with us. Thank you so much. Mike Rogers, good morning, my friend. Yeah, Yesy Luke Comics and Pops is hanging out with us. Thank you, everybody. We're just going to be chilling here for a little bit. I'm going to do a little pre-bagging, and just kind of hit the chat and talk about what's going on. Just, relaxing. Kind of a real low-key session. Just kind of another opportunity for everyone to get to hang out with each other this fine morning. You never know who's going to pop in the chat around here. Plus, I sent out the link to a few people who I haven't had a chance to hang out with in a while, kind of missing them. So maybe they can pop in and we can get some sort of little reunion of sorts. Hey, Huggably Soft, how are you, man? I just subbed Huggably Soft the other day. If you're not familiar with Huggably, he's actually dropping content. He's been dropping content for a while. Never said anything. Now I got you subbed up. Maybe we'll get you in the lineup or a top picks here one of these days. Thanks for joining me, Huggably. I appreciate it. Biggie says he's on his way. He's gonna come hang out with us for a little bit. All right. So what I got here is like I said, just kind of chilling, kind of hanging out on a Sunday morning. It's been a great week. Really looking forward to next week. I got the kids' packets all printed out already, so we're all lined up for that. I've only got 2 weeks left of homeschooling, and then it is summertime over here. So just reached out to a friend of mine that does some concrete work. It looks like we're going to pour a little pad in the back before we put our above ground, I got one of those above ground Costco pools, but we took it down for the winter. So I'm going to pour pad underneath that this time, and we're going to pop that thing back up here in the next couple of weeks and be ready for summer break when the kids get out. Hey, good morning, Shortbox. How you doing? Thanks for hanging out with us this morning. I appreciate it. So, man, a lot of great auctions last night. And yeah, I could not help myself last night. I ended up purchasing something from my man, Chad RCG, who put up an amazing Venom lot that was going way too cheap. And as much as I didn't want to, I got into the bidding on that one. And I think I got a good deal on it still, actually. Hey, GP Venom, thanks for stopping in today, man. I appreciate you. You know what? I'm not alone today. This is kind of the chill hangout, so I'm not going to go through all the pomp and circumstance that we would normally do. but I am going to bring in a guest popping in. Man, Biggieshaq, how you doing, my friend?
Morning Discovery, dude. Glad I could hop on, man. I like these open invite scenarios, so thanks for the invite, bro.
Yeah, man, I miss you, Biggie. You and Big Will and Metaphorical, and man, not doing the pop-up shops has been killing me, man. You
Yeah,
know.
dude. I miss you too, man. We'll get there, brother.
Mm, there we go, Kyle. Who I love. Thanks for stopping in, Kyle. This is a completely different kind of show. This is kind of a chill show. This is the I've only got my first couple sips out of my first cup of coffee. Compliments to Comics with Bueller. But Kyle, I don't know if you're following the channel. You guys know that I'm in a fantasy baseball that I've been doing for 15 years now. I think I've been in this fantasy league, and I've never once made the playoffs. Well, this off season, since I had all this extra time, I figured this is the year. I'm going to put in the time. I'm going to study. I'm going to make some trades, and I am going to compete. Well, they let the computer play your team for what they determine is spring training. And coming out of spring training, led my league. The number 2 overall team coming out of the league. And then
Wow.
they start the season where they use my manager profile and I get to set the lineup. And I am dead spanking last, looking at getting the number 1 overall pick again. So, yeah, there was probably going to be another sell off in my future. Anyway, that's kind of the Sunday show, how we do things. The Comic Don is hanging out. How you doing, my friend? Biggie, I know you got some new books, man. You want to show off any bangers?
I got a couple I grabbed.
Yeah, I know you do. Man, you got a couple of crazy AOKs recently, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I got that first Corona.
That's right. The Corona.
Pretty
Stupid, man.
crazy. And I got this
Oh, man.
JLA 12 center.
Oh, very nice. Love me some 12 cent Justice League. Good stuff. Who else has popped in here? He says, I've had 8 cups of coffee and I'm working on my 10th. Oh, my goodness. That's a lot of coffee, my friend. Two Gun Pedro, thanks for hanging out with us this fine Sunday morning. Yes, I am whispering if you're just now joining us because everybody in this house is still asleep. So I figured I got about an hour till Javi, Conquistador Javi, does the Sunday show. So that's the
Yeah.
next one at the top of the hour. So I'll be off for that. Hopefully everybody transitions into that one. All right, hold on. Kyle's dropping more knowledge on me. The program is Diamond Mines. That's correct. And it was started by Depoto 20 plus years ago. And now he is the general manager of the Seattle Mariners. That's why I'm in a league. It's called Diamond Mines. It's totally cool because it's really like being a GM. You have a 40-man roster. In the off season, you have to cut down to 35. Those 5 that you drop and everyone else drops go back into the pool to be drafted. And then any player that debuts, which you got to pay attention because boy, have I made a lot of really bad draft picks. But any player that debuts in Major League Baseball becomes eligible to be drafted the next year.
Yo,
So,
Discovery.
yes.
You're the only guy I think I've ever met or known that was actually paid to work for a baseball organization, like Major League, bro. That's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
cool.
I worked for both the Oakland A's and the Texas Rangers baseball team. It's good times.
Super cool.
A lot of fun times. A lot of great people. Oh my goodness, a lot of great people that
And
worked for the
NFL,
baseball
dude. How
teams
about that? You got two
in the
feathers in
in the
your hat.
in the back end. Yeah, I know the Raiders thing's over now. Oh, I'm bummed. No more Raiders for me. Anyway, let's hit the chat real quick. Let's see who's still hanging out with us. Phil Ailing is here. Says hello all as well as Big O. Thanks for hanging out with us, Big O. Appreciate you, man. All right, so you had no idea. Yeah, yeah. I used to work for a Major League Baseball team. Oh man, lots of fun stuff. Anyway, I'm supposed to be bagging and boarding, but this show's never really gonna end. Um, I've got a lot of good stuff that has come in the last week. You guys saw. Did you see what I got from Erod?
I've been in a funk, man. I haven't been waking up till like
Oh
5 in
my
the
goodness. I
evening.
may have to
So
go up and get those now.
I
But
looked at your Venom you gave away though. That Lethal Protector one was really cool.
so that's funny. So I gave away a Lethal Protector 1. It was actually my comic shops. It was a 9.0 Lethal Protector 1. And I have been collecting Lethal Protector 1s, like, I don't know, they just kind of fall in your hands, right? It's not
Mhm.
really a super expensive book, But it's really a tough book to get, like in a 9.8, it seems, because of the way that cover is with the crinkles and stuff. It's got kind of a glossy cover. So last night, Chad RCG put up a 9.8 in the Venom lot, and he already had these other books, which I think I can just put in the pop-up shop for 10, 15 bucks. Maybe even 20, I don't know. But I'm going to get rid of all those other variants. I was really, once he put the slab up, I jumped on it. So Magoo says the Raiders are a horrible team with a horrible stadium and horrible fans. I can agree with 1 point on your thing, Magoo.
What's that?
1 point. They have a horrible stadium.
Okay.
The fans, they have just as many bad fans as any other NFL team, period. I've been out there for 20 years, and those are some of the best people in the period. The Raider fans, there's a lot of kids out there. There's a lot of families. And just because a couple of knuckleheads dress up and make asses out of themselves gives everybody else a bad name of the Raiders Raiders have great fans.
No, they do. They do. Don't let a couple bad eggs.
I've been a Niners season ticket holder for a long time in this new stadium. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of jackass Niner fans out there. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you, and I love the Niners. I got them up on the wall. I send them lots of money every year, but there's just as many jackass Niner fans as there are Raider fans. But there's a lot of great Raider fans, a lot of great families that go to these games. There's a lot of kids. You guys never get to see it because they don't promote it. The Raiders took half of that parking lot and basically said there's no alcohol on this side. You had to only consume tailgating on the other side. So there was a whole side of that place that there was no booze, so that it was more fan friendly for the kids. Kyle says the Eagles fans are the worst.
I think that the Raider fans and the Browns fans are the most eccentric fans. Like they have a big group, dog pound, chain gang, all that stuff. You know.
Love the NFL. Raiders fans do get a bad rap. I do believe they get a bad rap. Phillies fans probably get a bad rap too, but man, when they travel, there's some jackass Phillies fans around. Jesus. When they come out here to the Bay Area, man, holy moly. So you know some of the best fans? I'm going to throw these out there. And not that I follow these teams. Steelers, Packers, Bears. I mean, just the core root teams. Those fans are just redunculous. And everyone's favorite team to hate, especially mine, the Dallas Cowboys.
I think biggest bandwagon.
Oh my God,
dude! Back in the '90s, Discovery, about 50% of NFL fans were Dallas Cowboy fans.
Check out the Redskins fans. All right. You know, I was in Baltimore recently, and those fans seem pretty damn good. The Baltimore fans seem pretty decent. Hey, you see Woodard is here. Mr. Garrell, thanks for hanging out, man. It's Sunday morning. We're just bagging and boarding. Just trying something new, you know, toning it down, trying not to wake up the kids. Oh, man. Thanks for joining me, Big. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes
anytime.
It's easier not to be out there. So, cons are being rescheduled here, right?
I didn't know that.
Are we gonna try and redo this thing or what, man?
Yeah, I think we should.
As soon as my timeshare opens up, I want to try and book it again and let's try it.
I'm down, bro.
He says, "What about the Patriots?" Don't even get me started on the Patriots, bro. I got one person to explain to me the tuck. Please tell me. Explain to me how that worked.
Oh,
how did that work?
It wasn't.
How does Charles Woodson come off the corner on the most pivotal point of that game, get that sack, fumble, and they call that a tuck? I've never heard of it before, ever. Somebody made it up on the fly.
Well, they actually did.
They actually did that. The Packers are not horrible. The stadium's probably no good.
They executed the rule, but it wasn't in a high stakes game like that one. But it was only the second time.
Okay, hold on. What's your affiliation with those sports teams, JB? Okay, so just recently I finished, man, I don't know how long it was. However long the Raiders were back in Oakland from LA before they just left for Vegas. I worked for a company that ran the merchandise. There people there. Just a small group of us that, you know, that took in the orders, split out the merchandise, set up the stands. So I was part of that for the Raiders. As a child growing up, I worked at the stadium at Candlestick Park selling sodas and stuff as a child. That turned into a souvenir stand for the Niners because my dad made it because he was a cabinet maker.
Oh
And it
my
was super
God.
cool. He made
Yo,
the
no.
sickest. He made
Yeah,
the sickest souvenir stand.
yeah.
And then I got a job with the Oakland A's, went to the Texas Rangers, came back to the Oakland A's, and then decided to do something else. And it was mostly in retail.
Hold up.
Now,
Let me glorify it a little bit.
don't
Discovery's
glorify.
dad had like a stand, and
Oh, he built.
he took it upon himself to handcraft a better one, and it
It
ended
was
up
nuts.
being the hub that people wanted the most. That's
It
how.
was.
Yeah.
It was at B Gate at Old Candlestick Park, and nobody wanted the souvenir stand. So they gave it to me because they knew my dad was a cabinet maker. And I said, yeah, my dad can help me make something. And he made me these beautiful display cases that would lock together so I could push them from the storage to the area. He made me, oh, we got Big Lion Cat in here. What's up, BLC? Got a little echo there, Big Lion Cat.
Yeah, I know. I just shut it off. I was
Knock that
watching
down.
on the other channel. What's going on?
And then he made me these big, huge back cabinets. Well, my dad was a cabinet maker, garage door installer. Oh my goodness. We had this rig set up because he did sectional garage doors. Blew people away when I set it up. It was like 3 times the size, and it became the #1 souvenir stand in Candlestick Park for 49er games because it was so big. And then the next year, all these union guys were like, no, we need that spot. This kid doesn't deserve that spot. And the guy in charge is like, dude, his dad made that.
Yeah,
His dad made all that stuff. If we move him, all that stuff's going with him. So I got to keep that spot until they left Candlestick. Oh, that was so good.
Hey, Mr. Gerald.
Thanks for hanging out, Big Lion Cat, Sunday morning.
Oh, yeah. I'm exhausted, man. Finished the auction at 4 a.m.
Wow.
I'm hearing there might be little pitter patters upstairs. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. There were still people in there buying at 4 a.m. Wow, that's incredible. I bought one lot. I bought that one lot off of Chad, the Venom.
A lot of trolls too.
Did you have problems with that?
Just people being idiots. Like 20 thumbs down, and then at the very end, some
20
idiot
thumbs down.
Yeah,
that's extreme. Yo,
that's crazy.
I was. Go ahead, Lion. I didn't mean to cut you off, brother.
Yeah. They just, and then one person at the very, very end was talking trash. I didn't really see it in the chat, but that's what they were telling me at the end. So it just happens.
Yo,
man.
I was in 84s. We did a 6-hour stream, and 2 of the people they bid and won, and they didn't have money. So we got a little bit of trolling action in ours too.
That's some bullshit.
Well, when you get a couple, it's that's just people being here. But when you get about 20, then it's a little suspicious.
That means you got targeted. I feel like you get targeted if you get 20 people up there.
Yeah, that's what that definitely is. Because getting troll 1 or 2, one thing. But when you get 20, you got targeted. Somebody's really trying to stick it to you. But it didn't stop us. We still had a great show. It was full lineup. A lot of things were going on. A lot of people had fun. So just the way it is.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Hey, I still got over 100 likes. Still 1,000 views. So
I don't think I have any videos with 100 likes.
Yeah,
might be one. Hey, Hermino Reyes Jr. Very nice. You guys are still talking football. I love it. Steven Spock, how are you? Thanks for hanging out with us today. Yeah, Magoo says it was a great auction.
Yeah.
Like he said, it's just that I bought one thing. I watched for many, many hours. I watched that. That was my phone was next to me with the auction playing, and I'd constantly glance down at to see what the next thing was.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what, you got the big boys in there now because it seems like a lot of the lots are going for big money. Especially when they brought those Fantastic Fours out. I was like, oh
yeah, for discount prices too, bro. A lot cheaper than what you get anywhere else.
Yeah, I didn't even have time to really sell anything. It's just that like I was explaining at the end of the video, it says when I'm at work, I'm still doing 40 hours of work. And when I'm at work, I'm not at home. I'm at my mother's in New York, so I'm not here. And then when I do come home, when I'm here, I'm running around getting errands done, doing things. So I barely had time to even do the show yesterday. So I don't really have time to pick anything. So it's not like, that I don't have anything. It's just that I don't have the time. I barely had time. If you guys notice, when I do a video, you never know when I come on. I don't announce it because I do not know when I have the time.
Exactly.
I'm so like, but life, but it is what it is. So I love what I do and people enjoy what I do. So that's, that's the way I see it. Don't bother me.
Chad was playing poker.
Yeah, Chad would play poker while he was doing this thing.
We love our haters too. They keep us famous.
Yeah,
they're real people.
Hey, I still got more subs from people that night, so I went up a little bit more and everything. And it is what it is. Like I said, I don't get 20 thumbs down for no reason.
Yo, Lion. That's why we have standard rules so we can weed out all them trolls, bro. That really comes in handy. Having verification, knowing people.
Yeah.
When's your next one? Is it back to throw next week?
Yeah, it's thorough coming up, but again, then I go back to work, so I don't know when it is. Like I said, it's on and off, so it might be 2 weeks from now. And I already got a list of people that didn't make that auction that's coming on the next one. It's a lot of work, because everybody. And then last night they were like, guys were like, well, if somebody drops out, can I get on? I'm like, well, I don't have time to send the invites, and I already had a full panel, and I already got a long list for next time around. It's a lot of work.
It's an amazing opportunity for people to be able to sell books on your channel. You've got 100 people in there. You got buyers that pay, which is huge. So you've got the right audience watching. Yeah, people are beating down the door. I'm surprised that we won't get into those conversations. You're a good guy doing that. That's totally cool. You give everybody that opportunity.
Because it goes with my theme. My theme is it's just not an auction. It's a hangout with friends, and that's basically what it is. So even though I wasn't selling, but that's what it was. It was an auction going on, and I was just still hanging out, even though I wasn't selling nothing. So I did try to sell some things, but
By the way, I looked this up because people are constantly saying this, and it is correct. A thumbs down is interaction, and as far as the algorithm is concerned, it is good.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Well, I call mine algorithm from Algo Ramos.
Rare.
I named it after him. Algorithm. That's what I call mine.
Algorithm. I saw that.
From Algo Ramos, I call it algorithm.
Mike Rogers is still doing work for the community. I appreciate you, man.
Oh man,
and I kind of feel bad too. I can't believe he actually left. Brady is one of those ones that I've had to. You grow that respect over time. There's certain players that I'm not a fan of for whatever reason, but over time they kind of eventually win you over. And Brady's kind of one of those guys. And I'm not sure. He's in our division. I don't know.
Bro,
you're done.
I don't know how quarterbacks do that. They're so long. You would think they would leave that one team that they devoted the whole the whole season, the whole life to. Montana did it. Peyton Manning did it. Now Brady. I mean, leave with the team that you was there for so long, that you carried so long.
I don't think that they know these players worse, and he's gonna have a good season because he'll have more weapons. I think it's a big issue. So I'm a big fan of Brady.
I think there's a question that's been asked for many, many years now in the NFL. Was it Brady, or was it Belichick, or was it both?
Right.
Because we're about to find out. If neither one of them ever wins another title, then it was both.
Yeah.
If one of them pops off and wins another title without the other one, we'll see. Very similar to that Shaq Kobe question. Remember, it was like, can he win one without him? Yeah, he could. Yeah. Well, what we both found out is that Jordan and Pippen neither won one without each other.
It's true.
Yeah,
didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
So. I love sports references. I think that this, we're all geeks and we all have our sports teams and we all have our comic books that we read and our Funko Pops that we collect. But innately, we all connected in some way through something. And look at the debate that happened in the chat today when we started talking NFL.
Yep.
People are passionate about their football teams too. Definitely.
Sure.
Definitely. Let me get what do you guys think of this background music? This one's called Distant Love. a nice melon. I actually stole. When I say still, I mean I got to be. This is copyright free music, but this was used by Drew Manchu.
Borrow. You got to use the word
Borrow.
borrow, not
I
stealing.
borrowed this.
Yes,
Borrowed.
sir. I borrowed it.
This from Drew
Borrowed.
Manchu, who used this audio cut in a Modern Men spot that he did, and I thought it was great and very similar to this spot, which I borrowed from Bueller. Just sitting around bagging and boarding, you know.
I got a question for you, Discovery. Have you noticed a difference in the amount of content providers? Because I've noticed it's gotten a lot harder to keep up with good friends because there's just so much. Like a year ago, you could almost keep up with everything, but now it's like it's really
Content. Yeah, there's a ton of channels. There's a ton of content. There is that. Yeah, and it is hard to keep up. It is. I agree with you. The new channels are coming hot and furious, but there are channels that kind of disappear too that you don't hear from again, and I'm missing. And I'm, I thought I miss Jeffrey. I miss Joe Ryan. I miss Joe Ryan. There's channels that come and go, but there's new channels that pop in. I kind of like what Z's doing in getting everybody to grow together. I think it's kind of cool. As long as people are actually watching the channel and when their content comes up in their feed, they give it an opportunity. That's cool. But if you go over there just to hit the sub, just to take it back 2 days later, that's not cool.
Yeah, let me just answer to Yesalu's question. He's asking me how my raffle's going on. There's still 8 spots left. I already sold one of these on my last raffle to Manny NYC, who's the winner. This is a Walmart Babe Ruth black and white. It's $2 a spot. You just go to my raffle video and just pick the numbers there. Once they're filled up, it's only 12 spots and 4 spots already taken. That's 8 left.
Very cool.
Yes, it will. There's people want to get this going, but as soon as I fill up the spots, this gonna go.
Dead Zone Citizen is here. How are you, my friend?
Dead Zone Citizen, I believe they were at my auction. They were there.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the more involved pop channels. Dead Zone's always represented.
Dead Zone's killer, man. I love all the pop channels. I've been having a good time. Even though I feel bad, I think of IWK Ian.
Yeah.
Ian IWK 83. He caught some hate. So there's a couple of people, obviously. You're not going to make everybody happy, but there's a couple of people who aren't too happy about the communities kind of merging a little bit. And they sent him
well, why not? I mean, it's collectors collect everything. It could be action figures, statues, pop.
You were what I said. You and I kind of mirror. We've been going the same amount of time. We both got online at the same time, and that wall of pops has always been back there. You've always been a pop collector. You've always been.
I did start late, and then I just caught on, and theme wise.
What about I was talking about Scott Farr. There's a lot of us that
dude. That's a big time move, Discovery. You was the one that merged it, bro. There's
no, I wasn't actually. It was actually Wink.
Well,
it was. He was the first one. Konnichiwa, Ogenke.
Yay, Titus.
Hey, Titus has a nice logo.
Yeah, that's nice.
Ooh, pretty. I like it. Nice logo for Titus.
Yeah, I know. I call wins from I think Tacoma and everything. Everybody's saying the same thing, but it is what it is.
You Carter, great supporter of the channel. Thanks for hanging out, my friend. It's Sunday morning.
Imagine where else can you win a $2? For $2 if you're that lucky, $2 for a pop, and that's it. $2 wins your whole thing. You don't even have to pay for shipping. I mean, damn.
See, Woodard. Also, we're still swinging back to that Bulls team. Horace Grant was the ultimate. Well, not him. There's a lot of people on that. They knew their role, but Horace Grant was one of them. Man, he knew his role, and he always was money when it had to be there. He always got that tough rebound. Oh my goodness. That's another great one. That team was crazy. That Bulls team.
That was a good team.
The Bulls team was good. Getting better. I'm trying. It's gonna roll off the tongue at one day. Okay, what do we got here? Dead Zone Citizen is always representing. Really, Magoo is always there and spamming the videos to get the people in here. Where's the love for poor old Magoo? Well, there you go, Magoo.
Magoo, his father. I think Magoo, his father has he was in my raffle.
Was he? Dude, actually, Magoo's been in all the
Yeah, he's at my auctions also, man. I see Magoo all over the place. So shout out to Magoo.
I don't think that there's many communities that can merge with the comic book as well as the pops. Like I would want the Transformers community, but I don't think it's going to work, dude. So
probably not. No, I like
it's not an easy fit. So I'm glad that it did work out.
Chris Barrett, bingo, and there's the other player that growing up, man, I hated Larry Bird.
I love Larry Bird.
Larry Bird growing up.
No. That was my boy.
You know, and this is true because I had a lot of Larry Bird fans growing up. You know, it was Lakers against Celtics when I was growing up, and I hated Larry Bird. But in the end, man, so much mad respect for Larry Bird. His game was amazing. That 3-point contest that he hit with that busted crooked finger where he had to hit the last shot and you knew he hit it because he kept the busted crooked finger up in the air as he went to go collect his check. Larry freaking Bird, man. Holy moly. Bro. Who else is in it? Gary is here.
Gary. I've been watching his videos.
Heck yeah. This is just a little bagging and board and open chat. Got no agenda. Got nothing going on. Just kind of, hanging out till the top of the hour when we get Conquistador coffee, right? It's Sunday.
Silver Sundays.
Let's see, man. Live playlist. Let's see. I can watch this while you guys are in there. Check that out. Ooh, I wonder what happens if I do this here. Look at that.
$5 starting bid.
Damn, that's selling books. Get the hell out of here with that. Get out of here with that. What do we got next? Conquistador Silver Age Sunday at the top of the hour, everybody. That's another live that you're going to want to pop in right after this. We're just going to hang out until one of two things happens. Either we hit the top of the hour or my kids or my wife open that door. And at that time, we're going to end the stream.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, because when they hit the door, I'm done. Oh, by the way, you know what? I just wanted to mention to everybody that there's still time to enter Monday's giveaway for this fantastic comic book that I'm going to be giving away. I forgot to show it in Friday's show. There are 3 ways to enter. Comment on Friday's morning show, comment on the community post, or drop that hashtag Comic Pop Family. Who was Friday's hashtag recipient? Do we remember? I can't remember. You know what? It should still be in here. The graphic should still be in here. Was it Adrian? No, that was Thursday. Was it Bearded Barbarian 515? Yeah, Bearded Barbarian, I believe, was the hashtag. There you go. Go ahead and get a 3rd entry for Monday's giveaway with that one. Let me turn that off. Prize. No, thumb is on. No, where's prize? Turn the prize off. All right, what else have we got going on? I love this OBS thing, guys. Once you get into it and start playing with it, it is bomb diggity, yo. So let's turn the thumbnail off. You want to check? I got the chat loaded now. Can't read it.
Yeah, you've been doing some work, dude.
There's some cool stuff going down up in here. Let me get you guys back to regular size. Go back to the chat. And I can still highlight the chat, which is what I love about StreamYard. My man, I love signed comics.
I'm doing with Zoom. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of moving around, a lot of switching just to get the show on. It's a lot of work. It's not as easy as StreamYard.
Dude, First Edition's got a sick logo, man. Come on.
Yo, First Edition killed it on the auction last night. He's the hunt champion. The
First Edition
guy got. Yeah, he won the hunt.
Really? He did the Arabic thing, right?
Bro, Discovery. He had a Golden Age book with a war bond on the front of it.
Wow. Very cool. Welcome to the stream, First Edition Comics. Great logo there. You know who else is hanging out with us? Count Von Strange. I'm not going to give you all kinds of, yesterday he came in and I just jumped all over him about doing Figure Friday. I'm not going to do that again. But Jordan agreed. was the GOAT. During that period of time, he was, I am not ignoring you. What are you talking about, man?
Mr. Comics is always feisty. Relax, 89.
Hey, Wink, how you doing, man? This is random. This is like my kids are sleeping, and I'm gonna just keep it low tones. This is what I'm now deeming my Reggie Collects voice. So this is my Reggie Collects low tones voice. Bird would have beat Jordan 4 out of 5 times. Wow. Oh, I want to go back to one more story about Larry Bird. And someone has to look this up and tell me if this is real. When I was growing up, it was the Lakers and the Celtics, and Kareem had this sky hook, and the sky hook could not be blocked. Because look at where he released it from, right? I mean, he was already 7 foot whatever. Then he had his arm extended up in the air. He was basically one leg up in the air. This thing is like so far up in the air, there's nobody ever blocked the sky hook. Except one time.
Yeah. Bird.
Larry freaking Bird blocked the damn sky hook because he was so smart that when he went into the move to start it, Bird jumped the freaking point and stole the damn ball.
Yeah. Yo,
and I was not a fan of Larry Bird.
People don't like it when I do this, but I'm not the biggest Jordan fan. I'm going to tell you straight up, Bird beat Jordan 22 out of 33 times, and every time they met in the playoffs, Bird swept him. So
really? There's just something to say. Yeah, there you go. But growing up, I was a Laker fan. I liked the running and gunning. If you look back on those, the running and gunning Lakers would barely score 100 points.
Top level basketball.
Barely score 100 points was running and gunning back in the day. Yeah. Now the Warriors will drop 80 on you in the first half because the game has completely changed. But man, he did. Showtime was great. That's what it was called, Showtime.
Yeah, I'm good. M3 line, I'm good.
James Worthy, dude. Worthy was the bomb. That whole team,
Kevin McHale,
ridiculous. And I mean, not to mention Magic. Magic was. Him and Jordan.
Don't forget where was Worthy.
We're all off topic, but there is no topic because this is Bagging and Boarding Sunday. We're just kind of hanging out, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
I'm still.
Who's your favorite boxer, Discovery?
Okay, boxer growing. Obviously, during my youth, Tyson came up and took everybody by storm. It was nuts.
Yeah, if you went to the bathroom and it was over, you missed it.
A Mike Tyson fight, man. When he first came out, there was nothing more devastating than watching Tyson just drop fools. And he was dropping fools with body blows too. He was hitting them so hard in the freaking ribs they were going down. So Tyson growing up was huge for me. But before that, I know that he doesn't get a lot of love, but this is during my sweet spot. Holmes. You guys remember Holmes?
Yeah.
He almost beat Rocky Marciano's record.
Yeah.
That close.
Dude, he consistently put the smackdown on people. And everybody was going to come. Some of those amazing fights. Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Yep.
Oh, man. What about the No Moss fight? What was that? Was it? There it is. There it is.
Sugar Ray, bro. Yeah.
Dude, that was an incredible fight when him and I can't remember what the other guy's name was.
Roberto Duran.
Roberto Duran was finally like, I don't want no more of this. He just pummeled my face and done. Oh, the 92 Dream Team. Is there a better basketball team than the 92 Dream Team?
There wasn't.
No.
Now, I'll give you an interesting stat. I was in Texas for the 1994 and 1995 baseball seasons. Texas Rangers opened a brand new stadium. That's why I was there. Came straight from spring training from the A's. Didn't even go home. My dad packed up my house and sent it to me. That was the year baseball went on strike.
Ooh.
And Jordan retired.
Oh.
Remember, he took 2 years off to play baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And in those 2 years, who won the title? He opened up a window and it was dominated by one team.
San Antonio.
Houston.
Oh, Houston. That's right.
Houston won back-to-back titles in the 2 years that Jordan did not play.
Right.
I was working for the Texas Rangers. Houston, the company that ran the food, they ran the food for the Rangers. So I got to go into the final game that they won against Orlando Magic.
Oh
And they
God.
won their second title. I was in that arena for that. And it was craziness. Craziness. Now,
Wow.
interesting story about back then. They had just changed the laws in Texas to where you could not drink and drive.
Ooh.
That was a new thing.
What?
When I say new, that was a new thing. It was a new thing. This is in 1994. So, or 95. So this is the following year. So the food guy, the head chef for the Texas Ranger Stadium goes, "Hey man, me and you we're going to Houston." It's all right, let's go, man. So we get in the car, and no sooner do we get on the freeway, he reaches into the back and just grabs a beer, and I'm like, dude, that's like illegal. That's illegal everywhere, right? And he goes, they just passed that law. They don't enforce it. Oh, okay. So we smashed these beers all the way down to Houston from Arlington. And I thought Houston was gorgeous. I'm like, man, this is beautiful out here. Look at how awesome it is. And as long as you've got the windows rolled up, it is. If you got the air conditioner on, Houston's all good. But when we rolled into the parking lot at the arena, because we got to park underneath the arena and stuff, and I opened up the car door, it was a truck, and I opened up that truck, the humidity slapped me in the face. It was unbelievable. My clothes stuck to me. It was like, and I'm like, what the heck? Is it raining out? What is going on? He's like, oh, no, it's Houston humidity. You'll get used to it. Oh, wow. Dude, Houston humidity is bad. Wow. Can anybody tell me about that?
I don't know. That was a bad time
during that championship game.
Yeah.
Does anybody remember that?
I remember Shaq losing, and it broke my little 13-year-old heart. Yeah, so it was pretty rough.
Dad being pissed off after a Tyson fight he ordered for $80, ordered pizzas, bought beer, invited the guys. The fight ended with a knockout in the first minute.
Yeah, he was famous for that. His fight wasn't lasting. Like I said, if you left to go use the bathroom, when you turn around for 1 second, the fight was over.
Yeah.
So Jeff Schultz, it's 16 hours. So 8:30 would be 8:30 at night, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 12:38 in the morning for K Titus.
Wow.
The worst NBA team, but now you guys want to talk about worst NBA teams? I forever in both of my teams. Hey man, growing up, I put the Giants with the Cubs because they had never won shit in my lifetime. So, it's the whole time I was alive, the Giants never won nothing. We got to the World Series against the A's in 89. I worked that game. We lost because of the stupid earthquake. They got to pitch their number 1 and number 2 back-to-back. Couldn't beat them. If you guys remember, Dave Stewart was the back in the day. So when the Giants finally won, that was huge. Now, people say basketball, oh, you're a Warrior fan? Dude, I've been a Warrior fan since I was a little kid, and they sucked for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
For a long time. Let us get our love here. So the Warriors go on a run, and they go from being the most loved team to the most hated team in the NBA over a course of a 4-year window. What the hell happened? People love the Warriors. They used to love Steph Curry. And now it's like he's like the criminal or something.
No.
I don't understand.
Just hated, because it's not their team and somebody else is dominating, It happens.
Shaq always lost unless he had a Hall of Fame level player doing all the work.
Come on, man. I'm not listening to that blast.
Look back on the championships, man. He had Kobe and he had Dwayne Wade in his prime.
Okay.
Right? Didn't he have him in his prime? Didn't he have Wade in his prime?
I would say yes. But that don't detract from him being a legend. Like, what's that mean?
It was a good time. The Comic Don, the beauty of that was us Warrior fans, we were happy just not to have a losing record. You know, we knew we weren't making it. If we squeaked into the playoffs and got a first round win, we were burning the city down over here. It was nuts. You know, just having a fun team was what it was about. People would go to the Warrior games to watch who was coming in. Oh, Steph was too successful. He was. Yeah, he was too successful. Now, I don't know how much into basketball this group is, but hey, IW, there he is, man. Hey, man, sorry about you taking the heat. I hope that wasn't anything that I helped contribute to, man. Appreciate you supporting the channel, my friend. Steph kind of changed the whole way NBA's been played, man.
Oh yeah,
he really did.
He's
shooting so far back, and you have to guard him because he'll freaking make it. That it's opened up the court. And if you watched what the Warriors were doing, they're playing kind of a quasi triangle, but because Steph is starting, they have to come way out. Everyone's cutting to the basket, and it created this open flow. It was really pretty to watch. Will it come back? I don't know. I don't know. I think the league has changed. I think everybody in the NBA is playing the same game the Warriors are. Throw up a ton of threes and guard the three.
Yeah,
that's what they do. They throw up a ton of threes and they guard the three. So I think the league kind of caught up to them. I think their window's closed. And I'm a huge Warrior fan, but I do believe their window's closed. Because I'll tell you what, the Clippers and the Lakers are
they got robbed, dude. Lakers had a good chance of winning this year.
Durant joining Gate, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. That was a weak move, but for my team, I was like, hell yeah. Why wouldn't you have? They spent the same amount of money on Durant that they were about to spend on the other kid. I can't remember what his name is now. So, I mean, who would you rather have? It was a no-brainer for the Warrior team to do. Now, unfortunately, I think Draymond shit the bed on that because he couldn't keep his mouth shut, and Durant got pissed off and left.
I have no problem with Durant going there.
And this is tough for me because I've seen a lot of players. I've seen Jordan play. Durant's a freak, bro.
Yeah,
he's too tall to be shooting from that range that well and have those kind of skills. He's a freak of nature. So if you ever get a chance to actually watch him play, he's got to be top 5 all time.
Practice.
I don't know if he'll ever be the same though, because that's a big time injury. Blowing that Achilles.
Oh yeah.
He may never be the same. Magoo, I have not opened your box yet. I want you to be on the show. I want you to be on the show to do that, man.
On the show.
For sure. Hey, J Hood, I appreciate you listening, man. That's kind of what this stream is.
What's up,
What do you guys think of the new morning show with Perry and TK? I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I like that morning show.
There was still somebody going live 4 in the morning. I think Jigs was going on. He had
Z. I think Z was still live.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Z. Jigs Kingdom was going live too, man. 4 in the morning. Wow.
Yep.
There's one. He says a proper triangle. Oh, the triangle will always win titles. Yeah, if they played it. And Jordan, I heard a story the other day because with all this stuff on the Jordan thing coming back up, and we have Steve Kerr is the Warrior coach, so he does a show on the local radio here every week with Tom Tolbert, who was a former player also, and they talked about early on Jordan was like, this fucking triangle thing ain't gonna work, bro. But then he embraced it, and obviously it went on to 6 championships in 8 years, which you probably would have won 8 championships if you wouldn't have retired or tried to play baseball. Anyway,
here's my Phil Jackson impersonation.
I'm a few years. The Mavs could be really good. Yeah, I like the Mavs. Yeah, I think the Mavs can be good.
Mavericks.
How is the weather? Okay. Otenkiwa. How's the weather? Dude, we get an education over here. You never got into basketball, not my sport, but you do love Michael Jordan. All right. I heard Perry is making radio. Dude is going to hear from my lawyer. Oh, that's good. J Hood, what you drawing? I was live ironing. The clip. I agree with you. I agree with you. The Clippers would have beaten the Lakers this year because that player, I can't remember, is it from the Spurs, Kawhi Leonard. And I told my wife this last year when they beat the Warriors. I said Kawhi is a transcendent type player. He can bring everybody else on the court up to his level, and watch what's going to happen if they put him in Game 7. And we couldn't do anything with him. He's that type of player, and every time he's been in that opportunity, I don't think Kawhi's ever failed. Go look at him. If you get him to Game 7, he does not lose a Game 7.
No, I've never seen that done before. A player go to a roster that wasn't anything and win a championship.
Yo, unbelievable. Kawhi Leonard is amazing.
Yeah,
I agree with you, Hermino. Absolutely. Pew Pew is here. The Retro Cave Comics and Reviews says hello, my friend. Thanks for joining the stream. This is kind of an impromptu Saturday and Sunday thing.
Retro Comics.
The kids get up. I do have a regular show. Feel free to check it out Monday through Friday.
You hit that like button, y'all.
Oh yeah, hit the like. It helps
Pedro.
Helps the algorithm. We're gonna stay on till the top of the hour when I've got I hopefully everybody kind of transitions the live that we got going here, because we got a great turnout right now. And we can transition this into the top of the hour, because we're gonna have Silver Age Sundays over on Conquistador Hobby. It's a great show, folks. He's got an amazing panel over there, and that chat is always hopping. So we're going to take this till the top of the hour, and then we're going to hopefully join us over there. And with my luck, that door is going to open at any moment. I'm going to be getting like the worst stank eye ever, and I'll have to close the stream down. But until that happens, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate everybody taking the time. Nice. Now, if you're just now joining us and you don't know, my channel does give away stuff 5 days a week, and I've got a prize here set up. Monday's giveaway is this fantastic comic, and as a matter of fact, Fox Crown. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you for the super chat. I'll give you the full. Did you guys hear it at all?
No.
So the audio still doesn't work. I need someone to help me with that audio. I need to reach out to Over Easy Mode. He said he could help me with that, because I have got to get that worked out. But hey, Fox. Disco. I wasn't playing that, man. I appreciate you. So Monday, this one is actually a limited. It's number 273 of 400, and this is Vampirella Red Sonja, a Merritt Michaels Comics Elite exclusive virgin variant, free of charge.
How many words?
All you've got to do is drop a comment on Friday's show, drop a comment on the community post, or drop that hashtag Comic Pop Family. I do believe this was Friday's. I'm going to show it again. Watch it not be Fridays. Man, I hope this was Fridays. Oh, no, that one's Fridays. Bearded Barbarian Collectibles dropped a video on 5/15. It was a live 200 subscriber contest. Go to that video, drop the hashtag Comic Pop Family in the comments, and you will be entered for Monday's giveaway. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't have a good overlay anymore. Now that I've kind of mixed up the two things, I don't have anything to go over the top of you guys. I can put that one in the corner. Remember this one when I used to do the parental discretion advised?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Let's hit the chat real quick. Magoo sent me, more like threatened me. I'm happy to be here. Very nice, man. Give me another disco before we all go to Conquistador show, right? Yeah, I'll give you one. I'll throw it. I normally save them for the super chats because that thing fires. I got to get the audio to work on that. Where's my disco back? You know what? Let's give you 3.5 seconds of this one.
Hello.
Yeah, it's enough.
Immortal.
I wish I could play that whole thing. The only time I played, I got hit with a copyright on that, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Imortal Biggieshaq.
Oh, cool. All right, so what do we got going on here, folks? I'm gonna take another awkward sip of coffee. I like this thing here. This giveaway thing here. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Another shout out to my man Bueller, who inspired today's stream, because remember, I'm supposed to be bagging and boarding. That's what I was supposed to be doing. I like to keep all of my personal comics, ones that I'm going to keep in the collection, in Mylar, and I use here I am doing a spot. I should get a sponsorship from these guys. I use fullbacks from E. Gerber, along with the Mylite 2s. Mylite 2s. Now, I do purchase them directly from E. Gerber.
Yeah.
And have them drop a whole year's worth. I think I bought 1,000 bags and boards the last time I did it. I know, Jeff. Can you help me with that? Does anybody know what I'm missing on the audio for those? I just don't get it. What I'm missing there, Jeff. Because I know Winks shows up and he's doing it exactly the same way I am. I just don't know what setting it is. I must have something muted. Anyway, yes, Bueller, absolutely, man, killing it. Bueller's killing it. I'm working on a cool video, actually. Hopefully, it'll be coming out sometime soon. But this is going to be something that I've never done before. This is something I'm going to put a ton of time into. I'm taking a lot of photos, and I'm going to just kind of go over the entire Marvel Universe 15-book set that I just got. So that's going to be my big video, I think. When am I going to do Discovery Bay Comics stickers, Kate Titus? When I actually have a real logo. I don't think what I have really is a logo. It's kind of some text I threw in a box. So, I'm kind of, I've been mentioning it all year, but not really hardcore mentioning it. I want to reach out to the artists out there and get some more logo ideas. I got a few submitted from M3. I got Rob Boswell sent me, a couple, but I want, a couple more options to throw out to the community. And then maybe we'll do a bracket style tournament. You guys can help me decide on a new logo for the channel this year, because I definitely want to get a new logo, and then I'll start doing stickers and stuff. I really want some stickers. FYI, getting ready to go live on Cat Ren Figures channel for some shoots. Oh, these are fun, guys. So if you guys aren't familiar with Cat Ren Figures, it's a great channel. I mean, a great couple. It's her and her husband, recent husband. I think they just got married, and they're a fun couple. And you know how I feel about couples.
Congrats.
But they're going to be doing this choose your own adventure action thing. And if you're not familiar with it, check it out. I don't know who's a mod, if I can get any of the mods to drop me a link to that. Hey, Woodard, if you drop a link to that, hopefully a mod will just approve it if you want to drop that. I can't open up YouTube with my current setup or the system crashes. But okay, so I only keep bangers in Mylars. All signed comic books and books I really treasure get bagged and boarded. The rest get multi-bagged in silver polys.
J Hood's got a great setup. He does, dude.
That's Jeff from Gem Mint. Him and Fee figured it out last week live, or Diamond Jim, as Biggie would say.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of crap for calling him Diamond Jim.
Diamond Jim?
Yeah.
All right. I love that channel. That's one of my absolute all-time favorites.
That's going to be my next review on my channel. I'm going to channel review Diamond Jim, or Jim Comic.
Nice.
Yeah.
JB on the bay with Sonya stickers in a surfboard. There you go. Yes, I'm thinking we call it a logo contest. I'm gonna have to get with Metarog to really detail what I'm trying to do, because I think, if you're gonna do a contest, you just get with Metarog. He's gonna get it. He's gonna give you ideas too. He's gonna give you helpful ideas of things that don't work and do work. That's another thing. But I'll get with Metarog and we'll design a real contest, because I would like to have a nice logo that I could actually market, maybe a T-shirt and that kind of stuff. And especially a sticker, because I love the stickers, guys. Because you know what you can do with a sticker?
Branding.
You can turn it into a coffee mug. All right, let me go over here and take this prize for Monday off. We'll take the prize for Monday off. We'll show the thumb for today. You like that Sunday morning? Simple thumbnail today.
Finally getting some decent weather out here, man. Nice warm temperatures. finally.
In a short box by multi-bagging no, you don't do that. What?
Yeah, he
Okay.
does, bro. You wouldn't believe the amount of books he could fit in a package either. This guy J Hood's amazing.
I can put two in a short box by multi-bagging 5-6 books together.
Bro, I've seen him ship like a ridiculous amount of books.
Interesting. Wow. Well, I want to thank everybody who's hanging out. This is a new thing I'm going to be trying on the weekends, only while the kids and wifey are sleeping. This is the low tone first cup of coffee version of JB. I think everybody knows that the multi-cup of coffee kids just got settled down for Zoom morning show is a lot different version of JB. A little more hype. This one's a little more low tones. But I want to thank everybody for joining. Big Lion Cat's going to show off his. Give me the scoop on this one more time. Give us the details.
The raffle's only 12 spots. 4 spots are taken already. There's only 8 left. It's $2 a spot, you know, or you could win this bad boy. This is a Walmart exclusive, black and white, Babe Ruth. If you're a Yankee fan, you should get one of these. You know, so go over there. As soon as those spots are taken, I can, you know, pick the winner and ship this out. This is my second one. The first one was won by Manny NYC. He won the first one. So this is the second one. So get out there. 8 spots left. Once that's done, boom. It's only $2 a spot. 2 spots is $4. So imagine you don't have to pay for shipping. You don't have to pay for tax.
No
shipping, no tax. You know, even if you pick one, you're lucky enough to, you know, get one spot, $2. You can win a pop.
Now, is this because you got to get all that Yankee stuff out of your house before you like spontaneously combust, or what is it?
Yeah, I just, you know, find stuff, you know, and get rid of it.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
I still got pops that I didn't even open yet. I got to do a video for a new pop.
Hey, there's a good question. And actually, I'm looking into this, Phil, so I'm glad you asked this question, actually. Do you think putting comics in a filing cabinet is okay, or leave them in boxes? Now, listen, I've watched a lot of videos on this. There are some people that have some amazing filing cabinet setups, gorgeous, but you must put something across the bottom of the filing cabinet so that it is flat. You cannot, because they only have like a little lumpies every so often. And if you think your books are just sitting there fine, they're not, dude. You got to put something across the bottom of that thing to keep it nice and flat. But I'm also looking at that because, you know, my wife, we said the space is the space is the space. So I'm done on space. So I need to configure this same space and see if I can get more books in it. And I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull out this IKEA thing and put a file cabinet in the way Barbarian Kung Fu has it. And kind of,
yeah, Barbarian Kung Fu's got a nice
his
setup.
is really nice, and there's a couple of really nice ones.
Yes, they got one. I've seen people with drawers that they made themselves. You know, they could just pull it out. And I'm like, wow.
He cut up a long box. He cut up a long box probably to fit in the bottom of the filing cabinet so that it's and again, it depends on the filing cabinet. True.
I would just suggest to anybody starting, just get you a short box or long box. You know.
Yeah, long box. When you get older, you know, they weigh a lot when you fill them up. You know,
I don't have any long boxes anymore. I have 0 long boxes in the entire collection because I flat out can't be lugging them around. They're just way too heavy.
It's way too heavy. I tried to do short boxes, but I need some long boxes because it'll fill up too quick in here. And those are usually like full runs. Like, you know, if it's a full run of Captain America, like, you know, 300 books of it. So it's easy just to keep it in a long box because you already know it's, you know.
Do I have any moderators in the chat? I can't tell from where I'm at on StreamYard. If I do, can someone drop the link? And it's on my page. Drop the link to Silver Age Sundays over on Conquistador Cavi's channel in the chat so that everybody in the chat can pop over there when we end this, because we're going to go ahead and close this one down here in a couple minutes. And I just want to finish this because I only had 2 couple left. I did end up finishing bagging and boarding 50 bags and boards, which was the whole purpose of the show, right? Called Bagging and Boarding on Sunday morning.
Nice.
Yes, Reggie's got a nice filing cabinet set up also. Jeff knows what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Jeff knows. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I appreciate everybody who took the time. Biggie, is there anything else you want to shout out before we go?
Not off the top of my head, dude. Everybody make sure you pop on Discoveries in the morning when he does his reviews. And I would like to say thank you, Discovery, for making it easier for us to find all these channels. My boy Discovery does a lot of work during the day. Just because you don't see him live don't mean he ain't working. Dude. He's always putting everybody's stuff out.
Absolutely. 100% agree.
All right, well, I appreciate everybody who dropped in. Gentlemen, for me to play the outro correctly, I do have to pop you in the back. Do not take off. We'll chat when this is over. I'm going to end the stream here by playing the outro. Thank you. And as always, you know what I say. First, thank you so much for taking the time to join me today. I really appreciate it. Look for my show Monday through Friday on this channel, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30, 5 p.m. Eastern, 5 days a week. Also got some other stuff planned for next week, so I'm really looking forward to it. I appreciate everybody, and as always, don't forget, we had a good time.
Nice work, everyone. Sharp broadcast. Really good. Everyone on the floor as well. Really a lot of hustle. I liked it.